Hello and welcome. This is Africa in 10 minutes, where we bring to you trending business news from around the continent this week, courtesy Footprint to Africa. My name is Mike Mesikeno, and it's great to have you on the show. Let's take a look at the highlights for this week. Ghana to introduce mobile money interoperability system. Ivory Coast pest invasion threatens cocoa production target. Malawi secures a $112.3 million loan from IMF. Lagos and Nairobi top holiday destinations for Brits in 2018. Morocco national carriers set for flights to 5 East African cities. And in Nigeria, Central Bank unveils a regulatory framework for USSD. Airtel Niger secures 4G license, the first of its kind in the West African country. And now the stories. Ghana is soon to launch a mobile money interoperability system to allow for seamless transaction among different telco operators as well as banks. According to a statement, Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia will launch the mobile money interoperability system next week. The launch, to be performed by the Vice President, will come as a major relief, as sending money across networks has been a major challenge to many, the statement added. The mobile money interoperability is, however, only the first phase of a bigger project that will ensure that the public can also transfer funds from their bank accounts to mobile money networks, as well as easy switch cards and vice versa, in what the government terms as a financial inclusion triangle. Caterpillar invasion could negatively affect cocoa output in some southern regions in Ivory Coast. According to information from farmer associations, some 200 hectares of farms are already affected in San Pedro, where the world's biggest cocoa export port is located. Apollinaire Boa, a cocoa farmer in Sandra region, said, "We will have a lot of losses. The caterpillars are ravaging many pods and leaves in the plantations." The farmers said it was important the government took urgent steps to prevent the pest from spreading to more farms. The International Monetary Fund (IMF) has reached an agreement with Malawi on a new 3-year, $112.3 million loan arrangement for the Southern African country. The credit facility is to assist the country's economic and financial reforms, as well as entrench macroeconomic stability, spur growth, and reduce poverty, the fund said in a statement on Monday. According to the statement, the deal would enable the immediate disbursement of about $16 million, with the remaining amounts to be phased over the duration of the program, subject to semi-annual reviews. The Lagos city of Nigeria and Nairobi in Kenya are among the most popular 2018 non-European summer holiday destination for Brits, according to new research released yesterday. The research conducted by kayak.co.uk revealed a growing preference for African destinations over Las Vegas, United States, Sydney, Australia, or Cancun, Mexico. The implication, according to travel experts, is additional traffic and revenue for operating local and international airlines, coupled with gains for top-draw hospitality business. The popular travel site analyzed searches made by Brits for holidays beyond the continent in July and August, and discovered that the demand for trips to Nairobi are up 156% and to Mombasa on the Kenyan coast by 181%. In furtherance of its mandate to develop and enhance the security of the electronic payment system, the Central Bank of Nigeria on Thursday released a framework for the use of unstructured supplementary service data, popularly known as USSD. The implementation of the framework takes effect from June 1st, 2018. The CBN disclosed this in a circular dated April 17, 2018, signed by its Director, Banking and Payment System Department, Mr. Dikbo Fatokun, a copy of which was posted on its website Thursday. It explained that the framework became necessary because the mobile phone had become a veritable tool for enhancing financial inclusion with the advent of mobile payments, m-commerce, m-banking, and other implementation for financial transactions based on mobile telephony. Nigeria's government have granted the first 4G mobile license to Celtel Niger Limited, a subsidiary of Indian Bharti, which operates under Airtel Niger brand. According to the company, the decision was taken at the beginning of this week during a special Council of Ministers meeting. Celtel Nigeria has been declared provisional successful bidder for the 4G license, a statement from a Council of Ministers said. The company can now operate fourth-generation mobile telecommunications networks and services offered to all Nigerians, the council added. Moroccan national carrier Royal Air Maroc has announced plans to launch a flight to 5 other East African cities only 2 years after it began its Casablanca-Nairobi operations. Country manager Othman Baba said the move, inspired by Nairobi experience, is part of RAM's efforts to claw back a share of intra-African aviation transport, which is currently controlled by foreign interests. RAM, which joined the 23-member single African air transport market last year, has said it will ride on the Continental Aviation Framework to speed up our regulatory approvals. It is so far the only North African airline that runs a direct Nairobi-N'Djamena Chad flight. And that's where we come to the end of this week's episode of Africa in 10 minutes. Let's take a recap of the stories. Ghana to introduce mobile money interoperability system. Ivory Coast pest invasion threatens cocoa production target. Malawi secures a $112.3 million loan from IMF. Lagos and Nairobi top holiday destinations for Brits in 2018. Morocco national carriers set for flights to 5 East African cities. And in Nigeria, Central Bank unveils a regulatory framework for USSD. Airtel Niger secures a 4G license, the first of its kind in the West African country. You can send in questions, make comments, and keep up with the news on our various social media channels. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, and connect with us on LinkedIn. Visit www.footprint2Africa, where these stories were called from. Footprint to Africa, business news made in Africa, by Africans, for Africans.